Lieutenant.
I've travelled.
I think I'm just...
Well, at least...
Isn't it obvious? It's peaceful here.
What's new around?
Nothing much, lad.
You seem like a...
Where are you going with...
Well, alright. If you share them with me, it'll make it easier to endure all...
I'm glad you know what you're getting yourself into. Are you interested in the theory of light?
That's a bit too fast for me.
I have no time.
Well,
All right. But don't forget, this will take... for a few grosh.
I reckon you could teach...
That's a true art. You need to master. Let's get to work. Careful.
I'd like to learn...
Well, I can't now.
I have the book for you.
Well, I must admit, I haven't had an apprentice this handy in a long time. Zinnik has nothing.
I didn't even look inside.
You had a treasure like this in your hands, and you weren't even curious to have a peek? Well, I suppose it's not for everyone. I'll have a look for myself. This really is something. But why is it all covered in shit, for fuck's sake?
Got the essence of...
Oh, refining saltpeter. Ah, of course. Well, the last chapter...
So what now? Do you have another job?
Charcoal. As long as Black Bertolt didn't make any mistakes in his calculations.
What Bertold? I'm tired of flying back and forth like a rag on a stick. I won't be led around by the nose. Will you finally tell me what's going on?
Believe it or not, all this secrecy had its reasons. But now it's time. We'll meet with the others in the lair. And there, you go ahead. I'm going to get a few things.
All right, then. I hope...
What did I do to you?
Greetings to you. God be with you. And wash up a bit. Ugh, it's so cold.
Good. Whoa. happen now?
Our last supper, with only one but very filling course, awaits us.
Crazel, please. For once, just once, tell me what's actually going on.
And rob myself of enjoying your blissful ignorance? Not a chance. Tell me yourself, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, hopefully I'll finally find out what the point of all this was.
Or not, until you try another dose of niter.
I wouldn't do that to him. Not today. Bonnie will start today. At least I'll finally see if she understood my teachings. Bonnie?
First of all, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the whole gang for all the work you've done. We could never have finished the job without you. We found 2 new partners, you and Monarch here. It's good to have someone to rely on. So, it's time we started being honest with you, so you can finally learn the whole truth.
Not yet. Let's pull up that uppity bastard's leg a bit longer. That's the fun part.
Never mind him. Speak.
All right, then. This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and clues for us. But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something different than it actually was.
The miller here calls it tackets.
Tactics, you idiot. And everything worked out according to plan. So today we're finally close to our great success. With the help of Hermes Trismegistos and his successors, we'll finally complete the dream of all alchemists. Our magnum opus.
Exactly, Bonnie.
Magnum opus. A great work of alchemy. You're trying to make the Philosopher's Stone.
I see you've learned something after all. But no, the Philosopher's Stone isn't our goal.
Let's see then, Henry. What is it you think we're making here?
The most precious metal of all. Gold.
Well, Henry's not too far from the truth after all, don't you think? Attempts to create gold started it all, but it ended up a little differently. Let's start at the beginning. My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested in the trade. Even as a young boy, I loved running around Lower Samine and investigating everything living and dead. And I had a lot of questions. And my mother, God rest her soul, decided it'd be best for me to, as soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense,
So you went to a university in Prague? The son of a miller?
Why not? My father worked his arse off, and he had the coin for it. I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, but in the end, it only took a year of all that pretentious, scholarly blathering and hypocritical nonsense. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, and those who want it, as was my case.
You left your studies?
And I'm glad I did. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And
You mean alchemy?
exactly. The art of combination and dissolution. The key to understanding the very nature of the world. There's only one. I returned to the mill in Lower Samine and started a new life.
What did your parents...
My mother had already passed away. All my father said was, I knew you'd be back. I think in the end he was glad to have someone to take over the mill from. From then on, I brought a few important books from Prague. I started with the most difficult.
That was pretty daring of you.
As you might expect, it didn't work. But after a few tries, once I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning next to me. A gust of wind scattered the mixture. I almost shit myself, I tell you. But then I realized I'd an explosive black powder.
What is it?
More than that, it makes
A very big bang.
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own. But Bonnie and Zinnik did a few little jobs for me.
So he initiated us.
But we just still didn't know how to do it right and not blow ourselves up.
And we used up a huge amount of salt.
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes Trismegistos...
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up a few of my former... And we found out that before us, some monk had already...
Some fella called Black Bear told. And that he even started writing a...
Feuerwerkbook.
We can believe our luck when we found out there's a copy of it right...
And you know the rest.
It's a discovery that will change history. In the right hands, all it takes is a spark and a storm of fire.
And what will happen now?
As I said, we're about to have our last supper on our journey to satisfy our hunger. Black Berthold never finished his book, because he never had a... But now, thanks to you, we do. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black powder can do.
Before we get... This book...
Everything you'd want to know about black powder. How to mix it in the proper rate, and especially how to use it in warfare. Because...
Do you really need that much saltpeter?
We do. Saltpeter makes up almost 3/4. Not even all the cows in the region could produce enough for us once we really get started with...
What is it you're going to do with...
During wartime, like it is now, a flammable and explosive mixture like this has... If we had a few big barrels of the stuff, we could demolish Trotsky if we wanted to. And maybe we would.
All of us here are truly passionate about the idea of a new world.
What is it you study?
I was supposed to become a priest.
That fits you.
Maybe I would.
God has a path prepared for each of us.
I was supposed to be a dyer, but I was too lazy to work 6 days a week.
I was supposed to become a nun, but I didn't want to give up the booze.
And I've already told you everything.
How did a scholar and an...
Prague is a big city, and a poor student has no chance of getting a decent place to... Learning to shop with 5 fingers was the first requirement for survival.
I've heard enough. Now I want to see that.
Let's do it then.
Indeed it is. We can get started.
Looks like it ain't working.
I'd say it works just fine.
This will change history.
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.
Oh, maybe 9 feet deep. No splinters, white ash.
We've been through it.
Have you not? I've told you.
I know about that.
That's to find you.
You really led me on about a golem made of dough.
Not exactly. It's all based on the I studied the writings of Bonaventura and Dietrich von Freiberg, but they worked brilliantly as a cover-up. Ah, but black powder is no less.
So for the last time, Crazel,
I'll do what I promised. And what will most likely, I'm going to gather together all the knowledge I've acquired and finish.
Uh-huh. And what about me?
That's up to you, Henry. You're a free man. Lord Samin has no hold over you, and never did. You know, the inevitability of God's plan takes no interest in people like you and me.
That sounds somehow hopeful, innit? Now I'm even happier about the great thing we've accomplished here.
The ideal conclusion, maybe it's time to carry sacks at a different mill. But if you're still interested in learning a bit more, drawing from the well of...
I know where to find you.
Indeed.
What's new around?
Nothing much, lad.
I'd like to...
Well, you know... I can't now.
Could this be a poacher's workplace? Then the owner might not be far away.
here?
Dick!
Jesus Christ! I yield! Mercy! You! What a stink! I hope it's not me. You! What a Ow! Ow! I'll show ya.
We're under attack! Heal.
Pray for a quick death, you bastard.
I yield!
Come on! Intruder!
Where's that bastard? He knocked me out.
Hey, fucker!
Alert! To what?
Get over here! Quick!
I'm gonna teach you a lesson, asshole. We're under attack! Out of here! My God! Hey! Everyone get over here! Kiss your ass goodbye! Show your stuff! I surrender!
Mutt!
I'll beat you to a...
Mutt!
Oh, yours!
Mutt!
Show what you're made of! I'll beat you to a...
I'll kill you! Mert! Mert! Here, Mert!
Fuck. He's run off.
Ka! Here, Mert!
another senseless death.
There's a camp here. What will that fella over there tell me about it? You silly mutt. Here, mutt!
Such a trifle, no less. Did you lose something here in the daytime? Or what are you looking for here?
I should eat something. This is sharp enough as it is.
You silly doggy.
When's the last time I ate something? I should eat something.
Are you going to do one today?
Had a
Aye,
gold
of course.
chain around his neck. Can you believe it?
God bless you.
Someone bumped him off and didn't even rob him.
That is strange. I reckon something devilish.
Where can I sleep?
You can stay in the stable next to our lodge.
I'd like to...
What are you interested?
Can you tell me more about dog illnesses?
Thanks. I'll teach you one trick, but it'll take time to learn.
Going to have gruel again tonight.
Aye, aye.
I'd like...
What is this about?
What's the best way to...
All right, I'll show you. Careful! You have a kind man.
I'd like to learn something.
What do you want to know? Thanks.
I solved your problem.
Ah, my drinking problem.
No, not that one.
I should think not, since I don't have one.
I meant the poacher. I dealt with him. For good.
What do you mean for good?
For good. That's all.
Got any proof?
Of course. I found this on him. Look.
I recognise that. They all use them, the vermin. You can keep it. Think of it as a trophy, but you should leave such matters to the bailiff. I'm grateful that the poacher's gone, but try to hold back next time. This time I'll pretend I didn't hear it. Right. How about another one? This poacher pisses me off even more than the...
I'm ready. Where does the...
under the candlestick, where it starts a short way from here, around Vidlac Pond. The problem is, it's a damn big, almost all the northwestern woodlands.
I get it. What should I do with this poacher?
Same as last time. Apart from the killing, am I clear? I know we have a poacher around here. Only I haven't been able to... If you can find him, catch him and take him to the bailiff. I'll...
Right. Fine. Is there anyone around here who might...
Ask the tanner in the... Or even better, she'll tell you twice as much...
Right. I'll go into the...
I'll have to... Thanks. And good luck. Farewell, my friend.
You silly doggy.
Good doggy, good boy.
I'm here on gamekeep...
The gamekeeper, you say?
I'm looking for a...
Ah, I see. My wife...
All right.
Well, she's got it all...
The tanner?
Like what?
Why?
She never liked...
Right. And what...
He's an ordinary... He sells fines... Us from apart.
Do you think you're...
I don't have to... But even if it...
You were talking...
Like all the... I couldn't...
I'll certainly do... Thanks.
See you later, my friend.
Vostatek, have you seen or heard anything?
You bet I have. The tanner's the poacher.
That's a serious accusation. Are you sure he...
I'm sure. He earns much too much coin for an ordinary...
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean he's poaching, though.
He's rolling in it. He can't have... Why else would he if it ain't him?
Which is...
There's a path behind our outhouse. If you go along it for a while, and north of that, there's this big clearing, and wit folk are afraid to go there. It's guarded by old...
Interesting. Have you got any...
Did you see... Exactly. Even Bucky knows, but you know what's he got hidden in... Apart from...
Have you ever...
I haven't I just... Oh,
I'm afraid... So...
Does well, and no, it'd be a...
Well, maybe he's...
Skilled mo...
Where did...
I beg your pardon.
I was only asking. Keep it to yourself, then. That'll be all. Thanks.
Be sure and check him, and don't think...
Yeah, right. He steals anything...
I'm glad we understand it. Take...
Good day to you.
Good day.
Here's another camp, and I bet that fella can tell me something about it. Nice camp.
Eh? Fucking hell!
Gamekeeper Vostatek has been looking for you.
What does he want? The garlic?
He wants us to go and see the Troskovitz bailiff together.
I ain't going. I'd rather croak out here in the forest. So keep your distance.
Listen, I want to give you a chance to think again about what you're doing here. You may have had a good run, but that's over now. So take it like a man, and stop talking bollocks about garlic.
Kurva. So it really is all over.
We're going to see the bailiff.
All right.
Vostatek told you I might be bringing you some poachers. So here's one for you. He chose the forest round Vidlak Pond.
No, please!
It's too late for begging. You're for the noose. Scum.
I wonder if you...
Of course I...
Wait.
My friend Crazel stopped by recently and introduced me to him. We talked everything over. But what?
Not at all. I'm glad it's all set.
Likewise.
What's new in the...
I was just visited by... He said he found more fresh...
What do you mean?
That we found... I've been... And that's a...
That sounds interesting. What's new in...
He said...
What do you mean?
That we found some... I've been... And that's about...
That sounds interesting. Thank you. What's new in the...
He said...
What do you...
That I've been... And
that sounds interesting. I need to sharpen this. Whoa!
Good day.
It looks like you're tending your...
Eh? What else would I be? Judging by the look of you, you ain't...
No. My name's
Well, some wolves are killing my...
I'm busy right now, but maybe some other time.
If the wolves eat all my sheep in the meantime, it'll be your fault. Take care.
Here you go. Take it. Look what I have for you. I took care of that poacher. He's in the hands of the bailiff now.
Excellent. Who was this crook?
Some arsehole pretending he was there picking garlic.
Lovely. Here's the reward I promised. And now I'll drink to it, I reckon. We can both have a little celebration. What do you say?
I think I'll leave that up to you. You've had more practice than me.
You're good.
Is there anything more I can help you with?
I don't need anything more from you.
And is there some other gamekeeper around?
Lad, the only but Nabokov has a gamekeeper too. You could try him.
Uh-huh.
Varel, as in Barrel. Go and see him.
Where does he live?
Close to Nebokov Mill. He's got a cottage on a hill and his eye on the surroundings. We're both having trouble with this. How to say it? This ghost. So it might be worth talking about.
Well, you got me curious.
Take care, friend.
Blessings to you.
Can I spend the...
Not a chance. Move along. See you later, my friend.
Gamekeeper Vost...
You were sent by...
Yes. That job's done. He said there's something I can... He was talking about...
Nice. What's your name?
Henry.
I'm Varel, the gamekeeper in the... The lad who helps me told me a while ago about this, but I'll tell you about that after you help me with those bastards infesting my forests. What do you say? Will you do it?
Aye.
Sure. Ask away.
How do you know you've got...
The usual. There's been less and less game, and there's always... I thought at first it might, but I found some remains.
How can you tell?
There were knife cuts on the bones, not marks of...
Where do these...
The first one has been poaching Troskovitz, the graveyard site. Now we've started patrolling there, he's pulled back to Slatigo, somewhere to the east of the graveyard, and we ain't too keen to go there.
Why's that?
The place is cursed. You know that half-built cottage in Slatigo?
That must be deep in the forest, right?
The previous gamekeeper started building it, but he didn't finish it. He kicked the bucket before he could go on his... I've been gamekeeper here since then, and I...
Well, Statek was... How many do you think you've got here?
I have my suspicions about 3 places, and poachers always work alone, so I reckon...
Do you know of anyone near Slatigo who could help me?
Try asking Ignatius, the Troskovitz gravedigger. Maybe he saw someone around there and can...
Good idea. Right. I reckon that's all I need.
Good luck. It was good to see you, my friend.
Whoa!
Ka!
Whoa!
I'm looking for a poach. Have you seen anything?
Not a poacher, I'm afraid, but more wolves than you can shake. It's mighty odd how many of them are wandering around. I wouldn't be surprised if...
Any idea where I should take?
Right behind the cottage, there's a little path lined with bold. Follow it into the woods and take a look there. The Slitigo forest ain't that thick, so you won't get... It's nothing but...
Thanks.
Farewell, my friend.
Here, mutt. Here you go. Take it. Good boy. Good boy. Look what I have for you. Good. Go! God! Whoa! Whoa! That must be the unfinished cottage Varro was talking about. This is the poacher's camp for sure. Only there's no one here, and it looks like nobody's been here for quite some time. Must have a look around.
But
Oh, he's run off again, the little beast.
here, Mutt.
Here you go. Take it. Bloody hell.
Here, Matt. Search.
Looks like the poacher was attacked by wolves in his hideout. He tried to flee, but they chased him down. Oh well. I'll better report it to the gamekeeper. I've got some evidence if he wants it.
Come here!
My God, lad. Why are you covered in blood?
I've got news about that poacher that you sent me to catch.
And? Did you catch him?
Not exactly.
What does that mean?
Well, you know how you said this poacher leaves a mess behind?
I know, the weasel. That really makes my blood boil.
Anyway, that's how the wolves sniffed him out. He didn't stand a chance against them. There wasn't much left of him, but I brought at least this as proof.
Show me. A hunting knife. This knife will be no use to him now. But still, no one deserves such a fate, getting ripped to pieces by wolves. Oh, never mind.
You said something about a ghost.
Hold your horses. If you help with another poacher, or are you tired of walking through our beautiful forest?
Oh, leave it out. Tell me about the next poacher.
What do you want to know?
What should I do?
If he's not willing, but make sure he's not too battered.
Yeah. There's a lot of poachers on the run. Is there anything different?
This poacher is operating on
a big scale.
He's killing so much game that he must be selling it somewhere. It's much only to prove anything, I'd have to grill all the innkeepers in the...
Where does this one hunt?
A stone's throw from here, in the woods.
Christ, that's right here under your nose.
I don't like going into them forests, to tell the truth. There's something not right about them. The game is often frightened. He uses that. Miller Crazel occurred to me. He looks out over that...
Actually, Crazel has people working. I'll ask them.
Whatever you say.
Thanks. I'll go and find him.
Good luck. Later, my friend.
What do you want, you yokel? But make it quick.
Show me your way.
Maybe next time, then.
All right. This is already sharp. Can I spend the night here?
Not a chance. Go back to where you came from.
Take care now.
You silly.
I could go for something to eat now. Bit longer without food, and I'll really start to be grumpy. So how about that?
Wouldn't you like to know?
All secretive again, are we?
Sorry, Henry. My great work is complete. I picked up where Black Bertolt left off and brought him. I believe that my work will lay the foundations of a new world.
Sounds interesting. Could I at least get a peek?
Sorry, Henry, but that won't happen. If anyone heard about the book, I hid the original so well even you wouldn't be able to find.
You know I'd never tell anyone about it.
And what if you were tortured, huh? I even made an exact copy, just to be safe. That was even more.
So maybe you could lend me this copy?
It's no longer here. I paid a messenger to take it to Kuttenberg.
Someone's making camp here, but it looks like a bandit's camp.
To hell with you! Attack! Come here!
This is definitely evidence.
Nice try! Here, mutt.
This is definitely evidence. This is definitely evidence.
Track. Sick.
Not tough enough on your own?
Look what I have for you.